How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich, and I'm the owner-driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our fourth post-race video of the 2023 season. First off, I want to thank our sponsors, Kristin Murphy with Mission Realty, brokered by EXP. Kristin Murphy is a real estate agent that helped us find a place up here in Virginia. If anybody needs help with buying or selling a home in the Petersburg area or Richmond area, reach out to her, and she'll be more than happy to help you out with your real estate needs with buying or selling a home. She was a great help to us, and I highly recommend using her for your needs. I'll definitely put her email address and her website link in the description below. I also want to thank Tivy Gems for their continued support. Tivy Gems is an online sales website. They sell cheap gemstones and settings for people who want to do-it-yourself projects at home, so people can do a little bit more custom work of what they want to do with their ring settings or jewelry settings and gemstones. So with the commercial out of the way, let's go ahead and start talking about the race this past weekend. I got quite a bit to talk about. It was an eventful weekend. We ran out at Capital City Speedway in Clone Medium and Clone Heavy. They were having a $2,000 memorial race for Jimmy Hemrick, I think was his name. For that class was for Pro Clone Heavy. So $2K for that winner. We did not run that race, but pretty much everybody who was running that race also ran in Clone Heavy. So pretty good show out for the track. They were also running lawnmowers there. I really don't know. It was interesting to watch them run. I don't know if they were actual lawnmower chassis and turned into racing lawnmowers, or if they're just a type of racing chassis with a lawnmower style body put on it. But they definitely did look like lawnmowers out there, and it's kind of fun to watch them race as well. So first I want to talk about track conditions. The track was, during the week, it was cloudy and a little drizzly, and the track stayed pretty soft. It looked like there was a lot of tire prep being put into the track from the kart. So, and pretty much in practice we were just scuffing in a set of tires and just trying to get some seat time and some lap time. So the way the track was definitely throwing us for a loop. I did not prep the tires during the week for that type of track condition. I thought it was going to be how it was the week before, so it kind of was what it was, and then we were just scrambling to adjust. Couldn't ever really adjust, so like I said, with practice, we were just scuffing in a set of tires, and then just trying to get seat time and have the driver get a little bit more familiar with how to get around the track. When it came to qualifying, we did, however, improve in qualifying. Like, that was one of our big goals that we had for the weekend. For Clone Medium, we qualified 6th out of 9th, and for Clone Heavy, we qualified 23rd out of 25. Usually, even back in Coleridge, if there were 25 go-karts in the race, we still qualified last. So, not qualifying last in medium or heavy was definitely something we wanted to see. We kept working on the kart, making some chassis adjustments, and kept working on the tires and kept improving throughout the day, but still just weren't able to find enough speed in the go-kart for the race. So once we got started in Clone Medium, pretty straightforward race. We started 6th place. We got passed by a couple karts. One of them didn't get by us, and I think she pulled off the track, and then a couple other karts pulled off the track. We were pretty much still hanging right there with everybody. About halfway through the race, we started catching some of the guys that passed us, and then it just kind of started falling off again, or actually I think they started picking up a little bit. Started pulling away from me, so it was nothing I could really do. Plus there was a big bump in turn 3, and every time I hit that bump, it was really upsetting the go-kart, and I think I just hadn't adjusted for that, so I had to adjust as a driver out there on the track, and I think I did a pretty good job adjusting for it. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes, but ended up finishing Clone Medium 6th out of 9 go-karts, so not too bad of a finish for us overall. And then in Clone Heavy, So there were a lot of wrecks at the beginning. There were probably about 3 or 4 cautions and 3 or 4 wrecks, and I was able to do a pretty good job of avoiding all except for one of them. The one that I didn't avoid, like I said, I knew there was a go-kart turned sideways right in front of me. I went up the track to dodge him, missed him, spun around, and then a couple other people bounced off of me, and no real big issue there. But once the race did get going, just again hung with the people that were right in front of me, but wasn't really able to close in on them. Just trying to do everything I could do to run some consistent laps and find a way to get faster. Really wasn't able to, and they were eventually able to start pulling away. And then carts started pulling off the track, and we were picking up positions that way. And then as the race was coming to an end, the flagman held up 5 fingers, so I knew we were getting ready to come to the end of the race. Then the corner workers started signaling me to move up the track, and then the flagman, he threw the blue and the yellow, the blue flag with the yellow stripe. That was all signal to me that the leaders were about to lap me. With a few laps left to go, carts in front of me pulling away, hey, you know, I'll just go ahead and pull off the track. Well, going through the second corner, the leader nailed me in the back bumper and sent me right into the tire wall. So we ran, careened into the tire wall and scraped up the body a little bit, tore the back number panel off. Got a little bruise on the arm, but I was okay. Just kind of frustrating, kind of upset that the leader, I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna pull off the track. So why, you know, I was gonna get out of everybody's way anyhow. Why be in their way when I'm slow and not racing for a position? Plus, I didn't think it was good strategy to bring out a caution. If I'm a race leader, the last thing, with less than 5 laps to go, the last thing I want is a caution and let everybody else catch back up to me. And then after the race, I went up to him. I told him what I was going to do is just get out of his way, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, you're good, you're good." But I don't think he quite got the point that I was getting at. I was not apologizing to him. I was telling him, like, hey, you know, you didn't have to wreck me to get me out of your way. I would have gotten out of your way anyhow. So anyhow, that part was pretty frustrating. But we ended up finishing that race. I got 16th out of 25 for Clone Heavy. Probably maybe would have finished a little bit better if we did actually finish the race the last few laps with a couple other carts pulling off the track. But overall, our lap times weren't that bad. It's just still can't find any speed. We're still about 4/10 to 5/10 off the fastest, the race leader. And if we could just get another 10th or another 2/10, then we'll be a little bit more competitive. So that's pretty much how the race weekend went. I did want to show one thing on the Tech Honor. Well, if you want to bring the camera over here, because this was pretty cool, I think. Something that's kind of unheard of. Let me see. Get the light to come on here. There we go. So I'm going to come over to our lap times for Clone. What do we got here? It should be Clone Medium. Well, I don't know if you can see that. If you here, I can take the camera and hold it up if you'd like. I don't know how well that's coming through. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Sorry, we don't really rehearse these videos, so. Well, I may have to pull it off and show it on the next video. I'll hand that back up a little bit. Get this sucker turned off. What I was trying to show there is I had, in Clone Medium, I had 4 laps. It was a 13-13, a 13-12, a 13-12, and a 13-12. 4 consistent laps within 1/100th of a second. 3 laps that were all the same. That is pretty much unheard of. That's about, you really can't get any more consistent lap times as that. And even with me struggling with the go-kart, struggling with the bump, that's still real impressive. So it tells me that it's not the driver. And maybe if I can get a go-kart that's a newer chassis and some better tires or a better tire program, hey, you know, there's no telling what we could do. So, but we'll keep working what we got, and we got one more race coming up this Saturday for the season. So, yeah, again, I want to thank our sponsors, Kristin Murphy with Mission Realty, brokered by EXP, and Tibby Gyms for their continued support. I want to thank Cameron Wood and his group for their help at the track. And most of all, I want to thank Malou for her help at the track. She's a major help for us for me out there. And also I want to thank Malou for filming this video. So with that being said, we'll talk to you guys here in a few more days and do a pre-race video for race number 5 of the 2023 season. And hopefully, we'll work on it during the week, and we'll do everything we can do to get it better and get it ready for this weekend. Till then, take it easy.